Chosen one, wealth is coming. I repeat, wealth is coming. Chosen one, you are not here by accident. This moment was arranged by heaven with precision. What you are hearing right now is not random content. It is a divine appointment, a signal that you are standing at the edge of something supernatural. I see you. You have worked hard, spoken little, and yet no one listened. You carried ideas others ignored. You knew deep inside that you were not ordinary, but you lacked the power, the platform, the proof to make them believe. You have been overlooked in conversations, dismissed because you didn't have money, labeled a dreamer, told you were unrealistic, told to be quiet and stay in your place. And still you endured, not because you were weak, but because you were being prepared. Chosen one, this is not just about money. Wealth is coming as restoration, as authority, as alignment. Heaven has seen your effort. God has counted every silent sacrifice. And now you are approaching a moment of sudden elevation. Just as it is written, the vision waits for its appointed time, but it will surely come. But hear this carefully. When wealth comes, silence must become your protection. You were silent when you had nothing, and you will remain silent when you have everything. Stay with me. What you are about to hear will prepare you for what is coming and protect what heaven is releasing. Chosen one, sudden wealth does not arrive as a reward for intelligence alone, nor as proof that someone is better than others. More often it arrives without warning, before the soul has fully adjusted to carrying weight. I have watched people step into abundance too quickly and crumble under the pressure of attention, expectation, and noise. Heaven does not release increase casually, and when it does, it watches closely to see how you carry it. When wealth comes, the first test is not how much you make, but how loudly you announce it. There is a temptation to speak too soon, to prove something to people who once doubted you, to finally be seen by those who overlooked you. I understand that urge. I felt it myself. After years of being ignored, there is a voice inside that wants to say, "Look at me now." But chosen one, revelation taught me this: the loudest season often comes right before the greatest loss. Silence is not weakness. Silence is wisdom. There are moments when God hides you not because you are unworthy, but because what you carry is valuable. Just as seeds grow best underground, wealth grows safest in privacy. I have seen people confuse kindness with wisdom, generosity with obedience. They gave too much too fast to too many people who were never assigned to steward their blessing. Their hearts were good, but their discernment was undeveloped, and the cost was heavier than money alone. Families fractured, peace evaporated, purpose blurred. Chosen one, when heaven elevates you, it does not send an announcement to your entire circle. It sends instruction to your spirit. The moment wealth touches your hands, new eyes begin watching you. Some with curiosity, some with expectation, some with hidden resentment. Money does not change people. It reveals what was already inside them. I learned that the hard way. The same smile that once cheered for you can quietly turn into entitlement when they believe you now owe them access. This is why privacy becomes sacred ground. Not secrecy rooted in fear, but discretion rooted in clarity. There are seasons where God says, "Tell no one." Even miracles were often followed by silence before they were revealed. Not every blessing is meant to be public. Not every increase is meant to be explained. Silence protects timing. Silence protects relationships. Silence protects your mind from being pulled in 100 directions by voices that were never qualified to advise you. I want to speak plainly to you, chosen one. When people sense that you have access to resources, they do not only come with needs, they come with ideas, expectations, plans, and pressure. Some will believe your money belongs to the group because they remember you from before. Others will minimize your discipline and say you were just lucky. And if you are not anchored, you will start making decisions from guilt instead of guidance. The fastest way I have seen relationships collapse is through unwise financial access. Lending money blurs boundaries. It shifts power. It changes dynamics in ways people rarely recover from. I had to learn that helping does not always mean handing over cash. Sometimes helping is saying no and allowing people to grow. That decision felt cruel at first, but it preserved more peace than I ever expected. Boundaries are not rejection, they are protection. Another trap appears when wealth removes urgency from your life. When you no longer have to work, boredom creeps in quietly, and boredom with money is dangerous. I have seen people rush into businesses they did not understand, investments they did not research, and lifestyles they could not sustain. Not because they were foolish, but because they lost structure. Work is not just about income, it is about rhythm, purpose, grounding. When you stop working entirely, your mind turns inward and spending becomes entertainment. Chosen one, here this normalcy is a shield. Keeping parts of your life steady gives your spirit time to adjust, to increase. There is a reason the vision waits for its appointed time. Wealth is not just an addition to your life. It is a change in environment, and environments require adaptation. Those who rush to transform everything at once often destabilize themselves without realizing it. Debt is another silent thief. Clearing it is not about fear. It is about freedom. Paying it off is like removing weight from your soul. Once that weight is gone, decisions become clearer and peace returns quickly. When abundance arrives, chosen one, wealth is not meant to be consumed. It is meant to be stewarded. Those who remain free understand this principle deeply. True freedom is not luxury, it is choice. It is waking up without being forced into environments that drain your spirit. You were trained in lack, so you would not be corrupted by abundance. You were overlooked, so you would not become addicted to applause. You learned restraint long before you ever touched increase. And now, chosen one, you stand at the threshold. What is coming requires maturity, not noise. Discernment, not announcement. Stillness, not spectacle. This is not the season to prove anything. This is the season to protect everything. Now, when heaven begins to shift your financial atmosphere, the first thing that changes is not your bank account. It is your perception. Suddenly, you notice patterns you once ignored. You sense tension in conversations that used to feel light. You feel a quiet pull to step back to observe instead of explain. That is not paranoia. That is discernment waking up. Not everyone who claps for you is celebrating your destiny. Some are measuring what they can access. Others are quietly calculating how close they need to stay. And some, without even realizing it, begin to feel small in your presence. Silence is not punishment, it is filtration. When you speak less, you give people space to reveal themselves. God was teaching you how to be comfortable without validation, how to hold truth without needing agreement. That training becomes priceless when wealth arrives, because money attracts opinions the same way light attracts insects. Wealth also tests your identity. Your value was measured by how much you endured, how much you sacrificed, how much you gave without receiving. When abundance comes, there is a temptation to replace suffering with spending, to prove that the pain meant something. But the truth is, your pain already served its purpose. You do not need to justify it with purchases or displays. Real wealth is quiet confidence. It is knowing you can walk away from situations that drain you. It is choosing peace over proving a point. It is understanding that freedom is not about what you own, but what no longer owns you. There will be people who accuse you of changing. Let them. Growth always looks like betrayal to those who benefited from your lack of boundaries. You are not required to stay small to remain familiar. You are not required to remain accessible to remain kind. Silence gives you space to grow without constant negotiation. Wealth is approaching your life not as a trophy, but as a responsibility. It will require discipline, discernment, and detachment from old validation systems. Applause will become irrelevant. Alignment will become everything. Silence supports that transition. Chosen one, your life is entering a phase where presence matters more than performance, where consistency matters more than intensity. Where quiet discipline outlasts dramatic gestures, silence supports that rhythm. It keeps you grounded when everything around you accelerates. Chosen one, there is another layer you must understand. As wealth draws nearer, a truth rises to the surface, one that challenges the way you have learned to measure success. Until now, life trained you to respond, to react, to prove. You were shaped by environments that demanded explanation. If something went wrong, you had to justify yourself. If something went right, you had to defend it. Silence was not an option then. But in this season, silence becomes your declaration. There is a maturity that comes when you stop trying to be understood by everyone. Understanding is not alignment. Many people will never understand your path because they were never meant to walk it. Wealth does not change this. In fact, it makes it more visible. The more you elevate, the smaller some conversations will feel. Silence saves you from shrinking yourself to fit spaces that no longer match your growth. As your capacity expands, your emotional reactions will be tested. Old triggers will try to resurface. Comments that once wounded you will attempt to regain power. People may bring up your past, your mistakes, your seasons of lack. Not because they are cruel, but because they are uncomfortable with your evolution. Silence disarms those attempts. It denies them the reaction they seek. Responding to everything keeps you tied to versions of yourself you have already outgrown. Every explanation pulls you backward. Every defense drains energy that could have been invested forward. Silence at first may feel unnatural. It may feel like surrender, but over time you see its power. Your absence from unnecessary debates creates room for clarity, peace, and progress. Wealth invites you to redefine generosity. True generosity is not impulsive. It is intentional. It is not driven by emotion, guilt, or nostalgia. It is guided by wisdom. Silence helps you discern when to give, how to give, and why you are giving. It protects you from becoming a source of dependency instead of empowerment. People will appeal to your compassion with stories that sound familiar, struggles that mirror your past, needs that awaken old empathy. This is where silence becomes essential, not to harden your heart, but to consult wisdom before acting. Helping without discernment often creates cycles instead of solutions. Silence gives you time to listen beyond words. Another shift happens in how you view validation. For a long time, external approval mattered because it was scarce. Praise felt rare. Recognition felt earned. As wealth approaches, validation will increase, but it will be mixed with expectation. Compliments may carry hidden agendas. Admiration may come with requests for access. Silence protects you from confusing flattery with truth. There is a dangerous belief that money will finally make you heard, that it will finally give weight to your voice. But the truth is, your voice already carries weight. Wealth simply reveals it. Silence helps you detach your identity from outcomes. Chosen one, wealth changes the rhythm of your inner life. Suddenly, urgency no longer rules you. Time becomes your ally, not your enemy. Decisions require thought, not reaction. Silence slows you down just enough to choose correctly. It helps you discern between what is aligned and what is distraction. It guards your focus, preserves your peace, and strengthens your ability to steward what is coming. Wealth is not merely about accumulation. It is about maturity, responsibility, and stewardship. Every choice you make now carries exponential effect. Silence ensures that effect remains intentional. You are being trained in restraint, chosen one, not because God is withholding, but because He is preparing you. There will be moments when people accuse you of changing. Let them. Those who benefited from your lack will misunderstand your boundaries. You are not required to remain accessible, to remain kind. Silence allows you to live in alignment without constant negotiation. You do not owe anyone a preview of what God is building in private. Some things grow best when unseen. Some victories are strongest when revealed only after they are secured. One silence was imposed. This silence is chosen. It carries authority. Another truth you must hear is this: wealth magnifies patterns. If your inner life is chaotic, money accelerates that chaos. If your inner life is grounded, it amplifies stability. Suddenly, small weaknesses become visible, small wisdoms become powerful. Silence allows you to calibrate your inner state before engaging with the world. It helps you observe without being reactive, protecting you from external pressures. The world is loud, but heaven honors preparation. You are learning to move slowly in the presence of speed, steadily in the presence of frenzy. Silence becomes a spiritual armor, a tool to maintain balance while expansion arrives. Wealth will test your discipline, your patience, your sense of purpose. There will be opportunities that seem urgent, decisions that seem necessary, and requests that feel unavoidable. Silence gives you space to discern the difference. It separates impulse from insight, pressure from peace. Your influence will grow, but your character must be preserved. True power is not in rapid acquisition. It is in measured response. Your quiet choices now will determine the sustainability of your impact later. This is the season of preparation, of alignment, of restraint, of being ready for what cannot be rushed. As this message settles into your spirit, chosen one, recognize your position. You are no longer in the season of asking if it will happen. You are in the season of preparation for how it will be carried. Wealth is approaching, and it requires stewardship, not display. Patience, discernment, and quiet obedience will guide you. The ground has been prepared in private so that public trust can be earned. Stay centered, stay discerning, stay grounded. Let your peace speak louder than announcements. Let your stability demonstrate your readiness. What is coming will not be measured by noise but by clarity, not by urgency but by assurance, not by applause but by peace. Silence brought you here, and silence will guard you as you step into this next season.